The Pacific Southwest movement exists to create a culture where leaders in local churches can fulfill the Great Commission in the spirit of the Great Commandment. We believe the best way to do this is through the multiplication of disciples, leaders in churches. How do we multiply leaders? Years ago, when my wife and I were much younger, and we would have Wednesday night church, and some of you will remember Wednesday night church, we would come back home and we would get our kids ready and then put to bed. And we always had a special kind of date night that we would do, where at 10 o'clock we would have a program on television that we liked to watch. So after the kids were in bed, Joni would pop some popcorn, and she would do it in this Crisco butter oil. We put a lot of salt on it, and we'd eat that popcorn and drink Diet Coke watching one of our 10 o'clock shows. One time, the show we were watching was called ER. Now, ER was about a teaching hospital, of course, set in an emergency room of a hospital. Well, in one scene, there was the teaching doctor who was getting ready to do a procedure, and as the student was there, the intern was there with him, he simply said to her, "Have you ever done," and he mentioned the procedure he was about to do. Her response to him was, "I've never done one, but I've seen one done." And his response to her was, "Well, see one, do one, teach one." Well, in that quick interchange, he outlined a leadership development process. See one. Find somebody that you want to develop as a leader. And then you take them along with you. You help them to see how you lead. Then do one. You take that same individual who has watched you lead, and you give them opportunities to lead. You put them in situations where they'll be stretched and forced to develop their leadership skills. And then the last one, teach one. Then you make clear to them it's their responsibility to do the same thing with someone else that you did for them. A resource for this would be John Maxwell's book, Developing the Leaders Around You. So the question I have for you, what are you doing to develop leaders?